Hi, this is Sidney. So in this video today, I would like to share with you how we create our own obstacles by resisting what's happening right here, right now, in this moment. And I'll explain to you what resistance means, how we create that, what we mean by obstacles. So the obstacles here, what I mean by that is having a lot of anxiety, frustration, impatience, and because of that, there's a lot of dis-ease in our system, on our physical system, on our mental system, on our emotional system, and that is having side effects as symptoms. And so we want to understand these relationships that we have with this moment, with the future moment, because there's a lot of conditioning that's been happening and that has happened that we learned, and so it became our conditional belief, which is constantly creating these limitations, meaning these obstacles, and unconsciously we create these obstacles because we are not aware where our mind is going and how we are having this relationship with this moment and the future moment. Okay, so something that we want to understand is this. So whenever we don't accept what's happening right now, we don't acknowledge, meaning our mind is already off, meaning we are constantly thinking about where I need to be next. You see what I mean? So whether it's, okay, the grocery shopping that you need to do, you need to pick up your kids, you need to go to work, you need to finish your project, you need to do this and that, right? There's a lot of planning, there's a lot of needing to figure things out, for having solutions, for control, and there's a lot of, things that you need to go for in order to accomplish and achieve and finish your goal. And what happens usually when we finish these things, are we free? Actually, no, right? We create another next moments, next goals, next things to do, next where I should be. So it's really hard for us in this modern day to just be here and stress-free, and a lot of people crave this freedom inside where I'm just at peace, balance, there's no stress, I want to be freed from that. But actually when we look at it, it's all that we are creating. And so this is accountability 101, taking responsibility for what you are creating. This is very, very important. So I would like to take some time to explain this to you. And so let's say I'm having this coffee right now, having this drink. But as I drink this, usually as I eat my food, I don't feel that I'm eating it because my mind is off to the next moment. I'm constantly thinking about what I need to do next, which is a conditioning. Conditioning means that I've been doing this many times over, and so it has become automatic. So I'm not conscious, meaning it's automatic, means unconscious. So I'm not aware that I'm doing this. I'm thinking about the next thing. I'm thinking about what I need to plan, what I need to finish, accomplish, complete. And so in that moment, we're not really here acknowledging or accepting what is happening right now, because our minds, meaning that our attention and focus is somewhere else, and our attention and focus, where it goes, it creates, it expands and becomes your reality. So even though physically you might be here, what you're experiencing is not this moment. You're experiencing yourself chasing after the next, which is creating anxiety. So on an emotional level, you are starting to experience a lot of frustration, anxiety, which we call stress. And stress simply means you're not at ease. I'm not at ease, I'm not relaxed. I'm at dis-ease. you see? And because you're running and that's your reality, you're running after the next in your reality that you're creating with your mind, your focus and attention now, that's what you are experiencing on a physical, emotional, mental level. And that's creating a lot of stress. And what happens? Now you're going to get overwhelmed because you not just have one thought, okay? You're going to have multiple thoughts coming in. Okay, I need to do this, I need to do my grocery, I need to figure this out, I need to plan my next vacation, I need to finish this project, I need to pick up my kids, I need to meet this person at this hour, I need to finish my work by this deadline, all of these things, right? And I'm overwhelmed. It's more stress, and we live under the stress constantly. And so we want to break free from this, and we start to create a lot of escaping mechanism, which means using drugs, using alcohol, using a lot of vacation or shopping that's going to help us forget about all of these things. And we might be just forgetting for a little while, but what happens? The conditioning has not been changed, and so we're going to go back to our old pattern. The pattern's still the same, and so we're going to repeat the same cycle. And so it's a constant cycle of escaping and then chasing, stressing, escaping, chasing, stressing. You see the pattern here? And so we want to shift this pattern, and the first thing that you want to start with is by having an understanding of your relationship that you have with this moment and with your future moment. Because without understanding your own patterns, we cannot recondition or unlearn all these conditional beliefs. And so whenever we resist, meaning resisting simply means you're not here, you're not recognizing, or you're not acknowledging what is happening, what you create is hatred with this moment. I don't like being here. That is what you are saying to yourself as a constant message to yourself. So I don't like being here. I need to be there. That's where I need to be. That's where I should be. That's where I deserve to be. And that's the ego talking, because the ego likes to complain and compare because it works in duality consciousness of separation. What that means is simply ego likes to compare with two opposites, and that's all you're going to experience, the positive and the negative. And the ego likes the positive, doesn't like the negative. So whatever we give meaning to that's creating any negativity or positivity, we're going to be constantly at the mercy of the ego's comparison of how it perceives the world, how it interprets, how it projects. And so whenever we have a negative interpretation of what's happening right now, that's when we create our own obstacles. I don't like being here. I don't like that person telling me this. I don't like the situation that's happening for me. And I have so many things that I need to do. I shouldn't be here right now, right here. And what's that message about? That message is telling you constantly that you are not safe where you are right here, right now, because this is not where you should be. Where you should be is over there, not here. And so we create this relationship of hatred to this moment, to this now moment. That's when we create our own obstacles. And so we call that, by resisting what's happening in this moment, not accepting, acknowledging, we create our own frustration, stress, anxiety, and fear. Fear, why? Because if I'm not getting that, if I'm not completing that, if I'm not taking charge of that, meaning control, manage all of that, I'm not going to feel safe next moment. You see the relationship here, and you're constantly living in the sense of feeling unsafe where you are, which means you are not enough right here, right now. That's the message on an unconscious level that you're constantly sending to yourself. And what that means is there's something lacking in this moment, which is the lack mentality, limitation. You see the relationship here? That's creating illusion of limitation for you. And so we always want to go for abundance, right? Abundance is very simple, which means that when you are being here right now, there's no time and space because you're totally focused in that moment. It's like kids, when they have fun or when we're doing something that we are connected to our passion, our heart, not the mind, we forget time. We might be drawing something, we might be making music, or we might be working on a creative project, whether it's business or it's creative arts, whatever it is. You're pouring your heart out. What happens? Whoa, I didn't know that it's been 5 hours since I was being here. It feels only like 30 minutes or 15 minutes. That's what's happening. And so we lose connection to this moment of having fun and enjoying. And thus we don't experience abundance, meaning that I am enough right here, right now, doing what I'm doing. And I'm enjoying, I'm playing with it. I'm basically playing. But we have this conditional belief that's been inherited. You got to work hard in order to save, in order to secure, in order to have that safety. If you don't, you're going to experience a lot of pain. You see, that's the consequences. And that had been conditioned. What that means is they have been using idea of fear to create this pattern. And once we've been used to these patterns, it has been going on automatically over and over, and it has become unconscious, automatic, and now it has become our belief that we see ourselves unconsciously as, I'm not good enough. Even though I achieve all these things, I need to go for more, do more, do more. You see? And I need to be recognized as success, as this, as that. And all these conditional beliefs are taking over our lives, that it's really hard for us to just simply sit down and look at a tree and enjoy a tree. And we have a hard time understanding what that means. Because when we say enjoying, we kind of think of a vacation, something to do, right? Or spending money on getting some material things, all of these things, right? We can't simply enjoy the water, a cup of water. Why? Because water is very insignificant. We got to go for something more, something special, something more important. Because of the ego of separation, we have been conditioned to believe this is significant, this is insignificant. This is more important, this is less important. You see what I mean? This relationship is really important to understand this dynamic and relationship in order for you to break free from these conditional patterns. The relationship that you have with this moment, with your next moment, your past moment also. Some people have a lot of, have hard time letting go and hold a lot of guilt. And also with yourself as well, because these conditions are creating that and sending a message that I'm not enough. And I'm not feeling safe right here, right now. That is why we chase in order to attain security and safety, which is an illusion, because everything is available right this moment. And that's what we mean by that, by connecting to this moment. I'm not worried about the next. I'm not worried. I'm not scared. I'm simply being here, calm, balanced, at peace, but at joy, in passion. And passion and joy doesn't mean hyper. or having this exuberance of energy, the adrenaline that we think that it's high, like going clubbing, or we get excited and jumping up. That's not always the passion. It can be very calm and peaceful, and there's that pleasantness, the joyfulness, that you are just enjoying this moment. That is passion, that is joy. And so we want to really think about all of the things that we knew before, the definitions of the terms, and what we were used to just accepting when we are unconscious, in order to break free from this conditioning. So you start to see yourself as limitlessness and get connected to this moment more often, so that you experience more abundance in your life, which will raise your vibration. You see? Because now you're at peace, you're at joy. It's a high vibration. There's a reason why it's high vibration. You see what I mean? Because when we are stressed and chasing after all the time, this is why millionaires, billionaires, they get into drugs, they get into alcohol, they can't sleep, or they get, they get insomnia, and they get depressed, because nothing's ever satisfying. I'm not saying that it's all like that for all these people, but it's really important to have this balance. Even if you attain a lot of material things, it's really important to stay detached. You might be enjoying all this abundance of material things, but it's important to detach yourself and separate yourself from that, and not identify yourself as the goal, or as that achievement, or as the success, because that's not who you are. That's not our purpose, why we are here. And we are all here with a unique purpose and unique mission, believe it or not, because before we come into this life, all the souls, every soul chooses what they're going to do. And it's different for everyone. It's not the idea of success or purpose or the mission that our 3D world is telling us what it is. It is more than that. And so when you are here, it's enough for you to be here just by being here, existing. And this is something that you want to start thinking about more often, if you're not understanding what this means on a deeper level. This is planting seeds right now, because just by you being here, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to achieve anything. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. If you are here, simply, if you exist, it is enough for you to be here. But because of the conditional belief, the world is telling you that it's not enough. You're a loser. You're a failure. Where is this idea coming from? You really want to think about this. So I wanted to make this video to plant seeds, so you can break free from this conditional programming and break free from the limiting ideas. And it's okay if you're not changing overnight. It's going to happen gradually, and it's going to require a lot of your intentions and a lot of your commitment to train yourself, to practice, to have this awareness, this education. So nothing's going to change overnight, but the fact that you have this knowledge and questioning, you start to question now, that is the beginning. And that is my purpose and aim for this video, for you to really think about and question what you think you know already, because it might not be the truth. And the truth here is different for everyone. If you resonate with what you're hearing right now, there's some kind of resonance here, it may be true for you. If you are resisting, or if you say, I don't like this video, I don't agree with what she says, simply truth means whatever we resonate in that moment is what we need in that moment. and that becomes the truth for that person. And so whenever we don't feel resonant with what someone says, what we hear, what we experience, simply it's something that I don't need it at this time. I might need it at another moment, or maybe something else. But that doesn't come to me as a truth right now. So it's always up to you to discern what is true for you, what is not true for you, and it's really important to also respect, other people may disagree with you, and it's not personal. It's not about you. It's about our own energetic vibration and our own unique journey of where we are. Like, we are all in a different season, and so whatever that you need, whatever that you resonate is your truth. And so I'm gonna end the video here, and I hope this helps with you. And if you have any questions, comments, leave them down below, and let me know what you think about this. Any questions that any thoughts that arise, or anything that came up to your mind. I'd love to know more. So if you like this video, please share, subscribe, and like this one. And I'll see you on the next video, guys. Bye.